Hello and thanks for joining us tonight. A Baldwin County woman is in jail. A sheriff's deputy is on leave after a false call and an accident led to the death of a man in Milledgeville.
The man who died, 67-year-old Louis Mazolla. Camila Williams is in studio to explain what caused the crash. Camila, what have you learned about the victim?
Yeah, good evening, Frank and Lori. This afternoon, there was a funeral for Louis Mazolla in Milledgeville, and we cannot speak to his family, but on his memorial page, people say he was funny, a nice man, and someone who would truly be missed by many. The Baldwin County Sheriff's Office says if it was not for that false 911 call, Mazolla would be alive.
It was a surprise to him.
Major Scott Deason says a woman called 911 and said someone murdered her boyfriend, but when officers responded to his home, he answered the door.
We charged her with 2 misdemeanors of improper 911 call and also giving false report of a crime.
Deason says 37-year-old Kachina Hardin made the call last Wednesday night. Baldwin County Deputy Sergeant Reed White headed to the scene, but he never made it.
Was involved in a traffic accident that sadly resulted in a fatality of the gentleman driving the other car.
According to the Georgia State Patrol, here is what happened. Reed drove down Kings Road and ended up behind Louis Mazolla, who was coming from work. Reed activated his lights and siren, but when he tried to pass Mazolla on the left, Deason says Mazolla also turned left toward Back in the Woods way. The State Patrol says Reed was unable to avoid hitting Mazolla, and when Mazolla was ejected from his car, Reed tried to help.
He exited his vehicle and began to attempt to administer CPR until emergency services arrived.
Mazolla died at Atrium Health Navis in Baldwin. Deason says it goes to show that making false calls is dangerous.
Obviously, I don't think we would even have been in the area and responding at the levels that we were had we not received that call.
But Deason says whenever they receive a call, they will still come to help.
Hardin is in jail, charged with making a false report of a crime and an improper 911 call. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Camila. Deason says once State Patrol completes its investigation, the case will be turned over to the DA's office.